Hello and welcome to Disciplines and Ideas in the Applied Social Sciences. I am Armin Rose and I will be your guide as we go through the concepts of this course. This is Part 9, Professionals and Practitioners of Communication. The discipline of communication is populated by a wide variety of professionals who are in the communication practice. They are creative artists, writers, directors, editors, journalists, bloggers, educators, social advocates, businessmen, preachers, scientists, politicians, news reporters, and news anchors. Because communication is the most natural thing for humans, these professionals specialize to serve the general public of their choice. They operate with a wide variety of media. The foremost important role of communicators is to make available the information and evidence to inform the public about issues that matter to them in the most neutral way possible. They provide facts for the public to form judgments and decisions. They facilitate accurate processing and analysis of such facts in a professional and ethical way. Communicators perform several functions, some of which are the following: to collect and document information, facts, and opinions, and present them for public analysis and deepening to the root of reality, to gather news, facts, and information that are critical to public life and well-being, to deliver facts and information in the service of truth, to be present where the news is happening, to have the ability to record what is happening accurately with available technology. Communicators must be competent in the following skills. First is accuracy. We also have data and information gathering skills, composed of listening and reading, and communication tool skills, composed of speaking and writing. Communicators can be found in the following areas of specialization: advertising, education, journalism, broadcasting, public relations, theater and performing arts, government and politics, and international relations. The field of communication is wide, and almost every aspect of business in human organization has communication specialists and roles. In the field of advertising, we have the following career opportunities: copywriter, media sales representatives, sales manager, media planner, media buyer, creative director, public opinion researchers, posters, professional blogging, freelancing news, and current affairs reporting. In education, college or university professor, speech communication department chairperson, language and arts coordinator, elementary and high school speech teacher, forensic and debate coach, drama director. For journalism, we have reporter, editor, newscaster, author, copywriter, scriptwriter, publisher, news service researcher, technical writer, acquisition editor, and interviewer. In broadcasting, station manager, director of broadcasting, film and tape librarian, community relations director, unit manager, film editor, news director, news writer, news anchor, transmitter engineer, technical director, advertising sales coordinator, traffic and continuity specialist, market researcher, actor, disc jockey, public relations manager, comedy writer, casting director, floor manager, talk show host, account executive, media buyer. In public relations, publicity manager, advertising manager, marketing specialist, press agent, lobbyist, corporate public affairs specialist, account executives, development officer, fundraiser, membership recruiter, sales manager, media analyst, media planner, creative director, audience analyst, news writer, public opinion researcher. For theater and performing arts, performance artist, scriptwriter, producer, director, arts administrator, performing arts educator, costume designer, theater critic, makeup artist, stage manager, art and prop curator, stage manager, model, theater professor, Casting Director. Government and Politics, Public Information Officer, Speechwriter, Legislative Assistant, Campaign Director, Research Specialist, Program Coordinator, Negotiator, Lobbyist, Press Secretary, and Elected Official. For International Relations and Negotiations, On-Air International Broadcasting Talent, Corporate Representative, Translator, Student Tour Coordinator, Diplomat, Foreign Relations Officer, Host for Foreign Dignitaries, and Foreign Correspondent. The rights, responsibilities, and accountabilities of a communication professional. In modern times, the media have exerted enormous power and assumed the powerful position unprecedented in human history to serve as valuable means for the articulation on a large scale of popular aspirations and problems of entertainment and pleasure, of advertising and economic information, of shared strengths and weaknesses. In this sense, rights, responsibilities, and accountabilities are established to safeguard the integrity of the media and protect the general public. The rights of communicators include freedom of expression that guarantees against censorship, freedom of information, which ensures that information held by the government is timely and easily accessible to the public, and safeguarding the confidentiality of journalistic sources. Communicators have rights, but they also have responsibilities. These are the following: ensure that citizens are able to originate content and contribute to media content, and not just remain passive consumers of media output. Comply with general media laws and regulatory frameworks at both national and international level. Ensure that citizens have convenient access to all media, which is subject to just and fair law and universally recognized principles of human rights. Develop self-regulatory mechanisms to help ensure a more comprehensive approach to developing and upholding media ethics. Communicators are accountable to the government, to the subject of the news reports, to the general public, to the corporate sponsors, to the media associations, and to the media company. The Code of Ethics of Communicators provide a way forward in guaranteeing the rights, responsibilities, and accountabilities of professional communicators. It is an essential instrument of media self-regulation. The general rule is respect for truthfulness and respect for people's rights. They are the fundamental point of reference, guiding journalists on their role, their rights and accountabilities, and how they can best perform their job, all while representing a standard against which their work can be assessed. The National Union of Journalists in Britain and Ireland provides a sample of a code of ethics in 1936. It has 12 items covering proper behavior of a media practitioner. The Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas, or KBP, organized in 1973, provides the mechanism for self-regulation in the broadcasting industry. These are the 12 items in the NUJ Code of Conduct. A journalist at all times upholds and defends the principle of media freedom, the right of freedom of expression, and the right of the public to be informed. It strives to ensure that information disseminated is honestly conveyed, accurate, and fair. Does his utmost to correct harmful inaccuracies. Differentiates between fact and opinion. Obtains material by honest, straightforward, and open means, with the exception of investigations that are both overwhelmingly in the public interest and which involve evidence that cannot be obtained by straightforward means. Does nothing to intrude into anybody's private life, grief, or distress unless justified by overriding consideration of the public interest. Protects the identity of sources who supply information in confidence and material gathered in the course of his work. Resists threats or any other inducements to influence, distort, or suppress information, and takes no unfair personal advantage of information. Produces no material likely to lead to hatred or discrimination on the grounds of a person's age, gender, race, color, creed, legal status, disability, marital status, or sexual orientation. Does not, by way of statement, voice, or appearance, endorse by advertisement any commercial product or service, save for the promotion of his own work or of the medium by which he is employed. Shall normally seek the consent of an appropriate adult when interviewing or photographing a child for a story about his welfare, and avoids plagiarism. According to the UN Parliamentary Assembly Resolution number 428 in 1970, it is the duty of the press and other mass media to discharge their functions with a sense of responsibility toward the community and toward the individual citizens. For this purpose, it is desirable to institute a. Professional training for journalists under the responsibility of the editors and journalists. B. A professional code of ethics for journalists. This should cover, inter alia, such matters as accurate and well-balanced reporting, reclarification of inaccurate information, clear distinction between reported information and comments, avoidance of calumny, respect for privacy, respect for the right to fair trial, and C. Press councils empowered to investigate and even to censure instances of unprofessional conduct with a view to the exercising of self-control by the press itself. The ideas presented in this lesson are based on the content standards of the Department of Education and the book Disciplines and Ideas in the Applied Social Sciences by E.M. Sampa, published by Rex Publishing. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next lesson.